Hello everyone. This video is continuation to the last video of schema. In schema programming language, we learned about several kind of functions what the language will support. So part of it we were discussed about list functions which are CAR and CDR. So in this video, I wanted to continue with the other list function which is cons, C-O-N-S, cons. CONS is in a sense the inverse of CAR and CDR. The inverse of CAR and CDR. Take a list apart and cons constructs a new list from two given list parts. So this is what CAR and CDR. So I'll tell you how it works for the better clarity. Now let's see here. CAR, when I pass one list to CAR function, now it returns only one list out. Am I clear? CAR, when I pass this list, it returns one list out. And CDR is also the same. When I pass a function to CDR, it returns one list out. So the one list is senses that if it is address part, it will return address part. If it is data part, it will return data part. As far as cons is concerned, it will take CAR and CDR as a new list. Okay. Now I'll give you an example. The two parameters to cons become the CAR and CDR of the new list. That is, so we'll take some example for the better clarity. Now let's see here. I have given three different functions which I am passing to cons function. Now when I wrote here CONSA, it returns the list with the same structure and same elements of the list. The list, whichever elements it consisting, the same list of items it returns back. Now let's look at here CONS A, B, C. Now as far as CONS list function is concerned, it returns CAR list, CDR list as a new list. Now CONS ABC, the new list is what? ABC. The same CONS empty function A comma B, these are parameters, this is the function name. Now as far as CONS formula is concerned, the feature is concerned, we return these three as a new list. Look at this. Now this is what CONS. In simple, CONS is the inverse of CAR and CDR. Take a list apart and CONS constructs a new list from two given list parts. So that is what actually CONS. Now look at this list. In the previous explanation also, this is what the internal representation of functions and the parameters. In simple we say that internal representation of a list which is used in schema programming language. The same representation we saw in Lisp programming language. This is about how list to process. Now look at this. This also the same. Now AB is what? It's not an atom. It is a list. Now before list starts, I am taking a initial node which is an atom node. So I did not mention this atom node what it is. I just proceeded with the list to construct with the help of atom. And now this will be leads to C and D, whereas these are also list. So I'm taking the help of one node and where I'm constructing two sublists together. The same you can understand with this internal representation. Now here A is looking like an atom, so I drawn it and I have given a name to this. So this is what empty parenthesis. Now as it is doesn't have any identifier to name it, so I did not mention any identifier. So I have given it is nil. Okay, so this is the way how you need to represent the internal structure of the list. Now we'll see one example over here. List is a function that constructs a list from a variable number of parameters. It is a shorthand version of nested CONS functions as in the following. So the following is what? List apple, orange, grape. Now what it returns, these are three sublisters if you see. This is one list, the other list, the other list. Now what it returns as far as Python lists are concerned, it will take all three items in the list, correct? So we'll return all three items of the list. Now using cons also will do the same thing, correct? Cons also what? It makes two different lists together with the cons, CR and CDR together into cons. Now the same, using cons, the call to list above is written. Now the above statement is written using list. Using list, this is what we can do. Using cons function, I can make the statement like this. Cons grape, cons orange, cons grape, cons apple, cons orange and grape. Now look at this. What cons will do? Cons will make three different sublists together. In turn it returns back apple, orange and grape. Yes, so this is what exactly how CAR function and CDR function and CONS function will work in schema programming language. CAR, when we were taken a list of atoms or a list into consideration as a list, now the list will get apart, or a list it will get divided, half part into CR, half part into CDR. The total part will be into CONS. So this is about the list functions, how it works in schema. Thank you.